Okay, hi all. So today we'll discuss regarding the agent job with respect to the maintenance plan, how it is working, right? So in the last class, we have seen how we can able to create the job, how we can execute the job, how we can create the inside one job, how many steps we can able to create, how to schedule the particular job. So these are all the different options we have seen. We have created one job also, and we have scheduled so and so particular time period, and we have seen multiple options in the scheduling, how we can schedule your task on recurring basis, or scheduling one time activity, or multiple times you want to execute on what time. So there was different options we have seen, right? So that is about the most of the jobs. Okay, so this is about the jobs and scheduling aspect with respect to the SQL Server agent service. So that is done we in the last class. Okay. The next one, important thing, maintenance plans. How we can create the maintenance plans. So what is the maintenance plan? So the maintenance plan is nothing but this is also a kind of activity, so that we need to perform a step by step activity in the different options, right? Okay. So normally what happened, right? If you want to execute 10 jobs, right? 10 jobs, yeah, if you want to execute, for example, that's jobs you want to execute one by one. Or you may want to execute some sequence of flow. First execute this job and next execute second job. Like that, there will be a process. Okay. Otherwise, you want to perform some kind of different options. Okay, one backup job, one re-index job, and one is cleanup job. So like that, if you want to execute, so instead of creating multiple jobs, you can able to create one single maintenance plan. So when you create a maintenance plan, it will create only one job. Even though if the maintenance plan having multiple steps, that should not create multiple jobs. When you create any maintenance plan, it will create only one job corresponding to maintenance plan name, and it will create all the steps it will execute internally. But when coming to the agent, if you want to execute 5 or 10 jobs, for example, so these 10 jobs you have to create independently. But when coming to the maintenance plan, you can create one maintenance plan. Inside that, you can connect multiple jobs. Okay, I will show you how we can able to create. So I already created earlier one maintenance plan. So that's why the same name it is coming here in the one job. So now I am creating one more new job. Okay, where it is there in the maintenance options, please I am go through here. I'm showing again. When you connect to the any server, it will show like this, right? So we have already discussed what is the databases and how it is there in the different options in the database. What are the system databases? What are the user defined database? That all coming into the database tab. Next, coming to the security. So all with respect to the logins and permissions, credentials, that all aspect is coming into the security. Next, this replication we'll discuss later. That is the different high availability concept. The polybase, which is not required now. So that is not useful or for regular purpose. That is the different purpose. Always an availability group. This is also one high availability concept that we'll discuss later. So next, server objects also, if you want to create any kind of linked servers, that we can able to go to the server objects. So basically we are using regular basis database tab and security pack. These two are the very important. The remaining all which we are not using on continuously. If your replication configured, then we need to use the replication. If always on is configured, we need to use the always on. Until unless we no need to touch these options. Next, coming to the management. So here this is the different options again. So there is a policy management, data collection, resource governor. These are all the different additional options which are available. So if we want, we can use it. These are also not required on regular aspect. The policy management means if you want to make any conditions or policies for making a terms and conditions for using these kind of things, we can go and implement some policy things. Okay, resource governor is also some different purpose that is by default disabled. If you want to enable, we need to enable and we need to collect some kind of resources. That is also some additional benefit. These are all not required basically. Not required in the sense at present it is not required. When you want to the situation, then I will explore that one. So at present, what we are using now, maintenance plans, right? Where is the maintenance plan is available? Under the management, there will be an option called management plans. After this, there is a SQL server logs. So this already I shown you earlier. Again, I am telling this SQL server logs is nothing but when you get any error, by default you can able to see 6 archive files. Archive files means old files. Current means this is the today's date. Archive means so whatever it is running today, before that some transactions move to the archive. Again before that fourth, again fourth. So there will be a limit for each and every file, something 5 MB or something. So 10 MB, I am not sure exactly the size. Once the size is exceeded, then automatically move to the archive 1, archive 2, like that. How many we can keep it? So by default, 6 archive files are created. So if you want to check the current error log, so just click the error log current. Current means if we get any error today, so that is showing here. So the latest information is there here. So what is the date, source, okay, message. So what is the type of the server, the source current login. So this everything, if any error is came, that every information which is stored here. Okay. Okay. So when you get into this any kind of errors information, we can able to see this. If any user or any developer or anything he contact to you and they are asking any kind of we need so and so time, so we got some problem, could you please share the error log, means you go to this error log and you need to select this, and whatever they want you can share these error logs, or if you want to you can troubleshoot and find out, you can verify it and you can check the any errors information. Okay, so this is the basic thing. Okay, all error logs. If you want to go to the old error log, go to the archive 1, archive 2. If not present in the here, if they are not telling any date and time, so they you want to verify everything. If they tell any particular time, so you can go and find out based on the time and date how it is there, where it is there exactly. Okay, so leave about that we can able to see later. Next, coming to the maintenance plan, how we can able to create. Now I am creating one maintenance plan. Just right click. Okay, so maintenance plan wizard, and there is a different options are there. You can choose anyone. I am choosing maintenance plan wizard. So this will be a graphical user option. So you will get the step by step wizard options. So everything you can able to select here. So here there will be different kind of options are there. Okay, so first one, what it is asking for the maintenance plan. So already maintenance plan is there. So that's why the different name, maintenance plan 1. This is the first plan. Okay. And here it is asking how you want to execute. So run as agent service, because the maintenance plan is also depending on the agent service. So the agent service only will take care of everything. Okay. So it is asking Is it separate schedule for each task or single schedule for entire plan? That means whatever the jobs you configured here, that everything you can execute in the single schedule, or you want to execute the separate schedule for each task. So make it as the default single schedule is enough for all the plans. Okay. So how you can execute the schedule? Are you going to be on demand, or how you are executing? Or you want to execute any certain kind of time you want to start? The same thing which we discussed earlier. So it is showing when you want to execute the maintenance plan. Is it recurring means it will execute on continuous basis based on your time interval. One time means only one time will execute and it will stop. Okay. So for example, if I select it is recurring and it will execute on every what is today? So Thursday, and you want to start at whatever the time you want even. Okay, for example, now the time is 8:58. So you can make it as 24 hours time. 21:10 I am making. So that means 9:10 this job will be executed, or you make it as 9:05. Okay, and this will be click OK. This is the anytime is no anytime. So that means until unless your server is available, the lifetime it will be executed. Until unless any problem came into your server is online till the last day, whatever the server is available till that day, it will execute. And just click OK. So that is the schedule activity. Okay. So otherwise on demand means you can start anytime. If you want, you can start it and just click the next button. If you want, you can add the description. What is the purpose of this maintenance plan? So you can give some more information like this maintenance plan. This maintenance plan is for doing some taking backups and disk cleanups and index updates, whatever it may be. Any things you implemented, all the things you can make it step by step. Otherwise, this maintenance plan follows the below steps, and you can write down the multiple steps. That is the your choice, our choice. For easy to understand if anyone open. Okay. See, if you see here how many options are there, so many options we can able to configure in maintenance plan. So what is the first one? Check database integrity. Database integrity means your database is healthy or not. Is it consistency or not? If any integrity problem, then you will get an error. So if you want, you can select it that. Sync database. I told you, right, if the log file is full or data file is full, so just like a compression technique, if internally it may use the multiple pages, if page is not properly utilizing, there is some unwanted space is wasting, right? So if that unwanted space is there, but your drive is completely filled. So if you want to release some space, you can sync the log files. That is mostly we can use it. Data files are the bit risky. So if you want, we can do that also. If you want to do that kind of operations, you can choose the sync database. Reindex, reorganize the index, rebuild index, update statistics. Okay. Clean up history. So many things we can make it. Very important thing, taking full backup, taking differential backup, taking transaction log backup. So these are all you can select in one place. Instead of creating multiple jobs, you can create only one maintenance plan. Anjali, please mute. Instead of creating multiple jobs, you can choose one maintenance plan and create it, and you can select multiple options here. This we can call it as a task. Each option will act as a one task. So if I select for example, clean up history. I want to clean up the jobs. Sorry, clean up the wherever the files, if you want, you can clean up. Next, full backup. I'm taking full backup and differential backup, or cleanup history, or backup database, or maintenance cleanup. Like that, I have selected three options. One is cleanup history, one is full backup, one is maintenance cleanup. If you want anything, you can select. That should be clear and that should be a very proper process. You need to select. Don't select blindly. If you select anything, you need to configure everything properly. So now I selected three, right? Now all three are coming to here. Now it is asking one by one. Okay. So first to clean up job configuration you want to do. So for cleanup, what you can do? So you will get, it will get some cleanup history, where which location you want to see. It is coming the cleanup task process. Select the historical data to delete. What data you want to delete? Backup and restore history, agent history, maintenance plan history. If you don't want anything, you can deselect it. Otherwise, you can select it. Okay, how long you can able to delete? By default, it is 4 weeks. If you want to, you can delete 4 hours or 1 hour or 1 day or 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. We have an all combination of options are there. You can select it. I'm keeping it by default. If it is 4 weeks data only available, okay. After the 4 weeks, it will delete automatically. If you want, you can choose your comfortable time zone, a time interval. Next one, that is the cleanup completed. Next, coming to the second task, full backup. So if you observe here, in the last time when I select the full backup job, the same option came, if you remember. Okay, so just select what database you want. You want to take all databases backup, you can select all simply and click OK. Or you want only system databases, master model, MSDB, TempDB, you can select system databases. Or you want to exclude all user databases, excluding master model, and excluding means it is not coming. Exclude system databases, remaining all it will come. Or you want to select any particular databases, one or two or three, as per your requirement, you can select any. Now I am selecting all, let it be. Okay. So ignore database where state is not online. This is also very important, because if any database is offline or any database is restoring, okay, that will be, we are telling that it will be ignored, because our database one is in restoring, right? We can keep it as ignore. This will be the better option. Okay, all databases are selected. Now where you want to take the backup? Backup to disk, right? So let it be. Otherwise we have a different options. Backup to tape. Tape means you can specify your tape drives, right? Old days we are selecting some tape drives with directly disk, taking into hard disk or any tape devices. Or you can choose the URL. If you choose the URL, you can give any network location URL, cloud URLs, or anywhere where you want to take, if you have any space. Okay, if you want any, don't take anything, just keep it as disk. Okay, next the destination, where you want to take the backup files. Okay, so you can add the files where you want. If you don't add, it will take by default location. This is the default location. At the time of installation, what we selected, C program files, Microsoft SQL Server. Okay, so there will be a backup, right? So if you want select any backup, you can select this folder and you can give any file name you want. You can give the file names. If you don't want anything, let it be default. If backup file exit, it will be appended. Or if you want to create a backup file for every database, this is the best option. Backup file for every database, it will create a one backup file. Or you want to create a one subdirectory for each and every database, means it will create a one folder for every database. This you want to make it a practice and you can do some kind of experiments. You will get some more knowledge on this. I'm selecting only separate each database having only file, not having any separate subdirectories. I'm selecting D backups. Under this, it will go all the backups. You can select the backup extension .bak. This is the default options. If you want to take the compression backups, or you want to take the normal backups, or you want to take copy only, or you want to do any kind of things, you can choose here. Use default server setting. That means this is the default. So system will follow. Compression means it will follow the compression technique. How the zip unzip is there. Do not compression means you don't want to compress. I'm keeping as a default setting. Okay, next backup. Backup set will expire. When your backup file is going to be expire, right? For example, your backup will expire after 14 days automatically. If you want to do like that, you can make it some security process. So even though after 14 days, your backup, even though if you have the backup, that won't work. The date is expired. Like that, how the medicine expire date, you don't use, you'll get some problems, right? Even though if you have the backup, if you make it as expire, even though if you try to restore, it won't work. Okay. This when you can use this kind of things, if you have any banking information or confidential information, if you want to travel from one country to another country. So if you want to do this kind any important things, so even though if anywhere some threat happen or anyone some hacked any information, hacking happen. So at that time, what is the best? Even though if someone hacking also, after whatever the days you can keep it, after that not working. So there is no use of that. Maybe you make it as only 1 day, right? So you make it as only 1 day. After 1 day, your backup will not work. So if you want, you can make any kind of some security things, you can make it. You don't want, just leave it as blank, means not applied. If you apply, you can give for after 14 days it will expire, or you want to make it some any specific date when you want to expire. I am taking backup on today, it will be expiring on 26th of this month, or you can choose like that also. Okay. Or if you want to take the copy only backup, you can select this. There is so many options we have. If you want to encrypt your backup, just like a compression, you want, if which algorithm you want to choose, basic is the 6 cryptography process here. Default you can leave it. Okay. So this encryption means your backup, even though if anyone is hacked, so if they are trying to restore also, it won't work. It is already encrypted. They need key to decrypt, then only they can use it. These are all some security principles. If you want, you can go it. Otherwise, you can leave it. But 99% mostly this won't use until unless if any special requirement came, then only they come and take these all the things. You got it right. So just I'm clicking OK. See, if we explore each and every point, means you feel like that so much information is there. So that's what I am skipping wherever it is not required. So these are all not required. Just and for information, I am telling how we can use it in future if required. Okay, this is about the backup job. Next one, last is the cleanup. Where you want to clean up, how you can do cleanup. Already in the first step, we have already mentioned delete the files. Or if you want to, you can, which folder you want to clean up. Delete, search folder and delete the files based on extension. That means, so if I mention this, wherever I am taking the backups, D drive backups folder, if I select it, I am specifying as file extension .bak. Okay, when this is going to be delete the files based on age of the file task run. Okay, this means if I select anything, okay, in every 4 days, the .bak files are there in the DBA backup file. it will delete automatically. So no need to do anything. That is also your choice. When you want to delete every 1 hour, you want to delete 2 hours, or every week, or every month, every year. No need to go to that folder and manually you don't do delete. Okay, it will delete automatically how long you want. You want 1 week, you can make it as 7 days. After 7 days, it will delete automatically. Just click it. I am making as 4 days. So this is about the whole configuration setup. Write the report to the text if any error came. So this is also, if you want to, you can make it any error that will be goes to that file. If I am making as the same backup folder, or if you want to make it some email report, that means if any error come, you want to email. Okay, you need to select the email. So at present the email was not configured. Just click it, next, and finish. This is about the maintenance plan configuration. That's it. Okay, so when it is created, there will be one job, it will be created in the agent job with our maintenance plan name. So whatever the schedule time, it is success. Then go to the jobs. So this is our job, right? Maintenance plan one dot sub plan, it will come automatically. This is our maintenance plan name. So this job will come automatically. When you run this job, okay, it will execute all the steps, whatever it is there in the maintenance plan. 3 jobs it will be execute.